promise you, I have an innie, not an outie. I promise you that because it showed my backside and people love the backside.
Why did you?
Grown adult and I dress up in costumes and then go in public. Heck yeah. The top was too small, so I had to tape my boobs in place so they wouldn't go, hello world. The guy that I was with at the time, cheated on me at SakuraCon, and the girl knew about it too.
Con?
So my goal, this is my goal. Sorry, I'm getting really animated. I'm getting
Speak
really
it into the
animated.
universe. Speak it into the universe, Dawn.
We're manifesting it.
Welcome everybody to Con Culture Podcast. I'm your host, Juan, here with Gigi Ford and HGIII Cosplay with our amazing guests. Introduce yourself to the fine people of the interwebs.
Hello, everyone. I am Dawn Frost Cosplay, also known as the Pup Cup Girl or that Skeletor Girl.
Yes.
Out the gate, that Skeletor got huge. I knew it would.
Yes.
But man, you blew up on that Skeletor one.
Like,
and I live for them.
Like, so good. They're so solid.
I never thought Skeletor would be a thirst trap, but yeah, the little first one with the race car that you just track cammed, I was like, what is going on? This is insanity.
And then Skeletor dropping it yesterday.
Yeah, what the? It was.
I was
got
doing that, like,
disclaimer.
It's called a thought drop, and
I know. I'm a male TikTok viewer.
At, what was that? What was the con I went to? It was Anime Frontier, was it? Yeah. And I went there, and there was this one cosplayer I really like. I know it's not everyone's favorite cup of tea. I recognized him, and I got to be in one of his videos, and he's like, "Oh, bust a move," and I thought drop. He goes, "I'm keeping that."
As he should.
Yeah,
as
so
he should.
When I first made Skeletor, like I made it really fast. I was bored. I was craving conventions, and I just made it really fast like this because COVID. Oh. And I was like, I'm gonna be Skeletor. And that's what my boyfriend calls me. Skeletor says Skeletor.
Skeletor. I love it.
You definitely took like a niche character that like not very many people cosplay and like figured out a way to like make it fit your brand. And like I love it. It's so hilarious.
I can't even talk about it without laughing.
I've had one dude comment on my videos saying like, "Oh, way to go making another girl sexualizing Skeletor." I was like, how am I sexualizing it? He literally has blue skin, and I have a blue bodysuit on.
Wearing a loincloth.
Sorry. That's probably the loincloth. There's another story to that, too. I was like, okay, well, sorry that I'm shape of a woman, and I don't
that
have
is literally the only
shape.
difference.
Well, and like straight up, you're like, that's a lot of words and letters to say that I make your pee-pee tingle. Like,
seriously, because Skeletor is a shirtless, like animated, he's a shirtless dude. Nipples out.
He don't have no areolas. So.
Exactly.
He's hunky.
He's missing the nipples, shirtless dude. That's what Skeletor is.
Yes, he is.
And how is that? How are you sexualizing that?
Yeah.
My staff broke, and I was like, I don't have a staff, so I don't have a prop. And then this lovely person who was selling these, I was like, I need this.
That's
and
amazing.
every time someone's like, oh, I need a photo of Skeletor, I was like, I'm ready.
Oh, slay.
Hit them with the fan.
No. I promise you, I have an innie, not an outie. I promise you that.
Out my day, and then pow. And because I watch every one of your posts, you, Jay, like
I'm so sorry.
Y'all are friends. So I know I love every bit of it. So I was like, oh, okay, wait, hasn't she posted this one before? Oh no, this is new.
No. Oh yeah, that was the new one.
Let me rewatch it just to make sure it was just to make sure she gets the views. I'm helping the views. That's all.
I said this one's a little different because it showed my backside, and people love the backside.
I did not realize that was a thong. And then whenever you turn around, I was like, thank you.
I had
10 out of 10.
I had so many people also say, like, what's that black thing? It's like, well, if you look, he has black booty shorts.
Yeah,
he does. But I like your version better.
And the little loincloth in front, so... The lighting was so great in our guest bathroom. I know some people ask me, it's like, is that a
you just walk in swinging?
They thought I was packing. They really thought. I was like, no. I promise you, I have an innie, not an outie. I promise you that.
Yeah.
And I had to make a video because I got so many comments on it. Like, not every person's going to see that video, but at least the other people who see the video and they see that comment, they're like, no, trust us.
Pass it on. Itty, not an
I
outie.
even slapped it. I was like, trust me, I'm not packing anything. Because if I slapped it, obviously it would hurt. But you know, these things could take a pounding.
Oh yeah, I would fold like a lawn chair if I was slapped in the pelvic region. That would oof. I'm Skeletor, chef's kiss, thought drops.
Thank you.
Any more would be appreciated. Speaking
there's more.
On behalf of your the fan base. On behalf of the fan base, love them all, keep them coming. But how did you, and it's usually the first question, but Skeletor was too good not to lead with. How did you get into this? How did this journey begin? Give us Dawn Frost Cosplay origin story.
Ooh, like how it like all began, like why I dress up.
Why'd you start dressing up in the first place?
I'm a full-ass grown adult, and I dress up in costumes and I go in public. Heck yeah. So it all started in, I believe, like 2016 or 17.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 17. And I was with this guy one time, and he's like, hey, have you ever been to Comic-Con? I was like, no, what's that? Is it just full of comic books? He's like, no, it has more than just comic books. I was like, okay, cool, bet. What do we do there? Just walk around, like, what are they selling? And he's like saying, oh, they sell figurines, there's art, there's everything. I was like, cool. And he's like, and you could dress up. I was like, huh? I was like, isn't that for Halloween? So he showed me, and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And so we were Marceline and Marshall from Adventure Time, and we went as that. And so it was really fun. I absolutely hated my body paint. If you're a beginner cosplayer and you do body paint, you know the struggle. I was like, oh, it came out patchy, it came out dark, came out too light, and it started drying. It was
cracking all over the place.
Yeah, I was like, I look like a vampire who stepped into sunlight. And so that was really fun. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do it again.
Yeah.
And I wanted him to do it again, but he had other plans and it didn't involve me. And so we split, which is fine. I'm with a better man anyways.
Agreed.
And then I went to what was it? Then I had a friend help me make my very first cosplay, which was Jinx from League of Legends. And the top was too small, so I had to tape my boobs in place so they wouldn't go, hello world.
No cameos.
Not for free.
Not for free.
No.
Never.
But that was really fun. And then I went, and that was at PAX. And then I went to SakuraCon, and then I made my very first cosplay all by myself. And I was so proud of it. I look at it and I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much things I could have fixed on it. Why did I not hem that? Why did I make it why did I sew it like that? But anyways, I loved it. It was Star Guardian Jinx. I even made the Kuro and Shiro canon when she does her alt, because I didn't know if I want to make Kuro Shiro, like the Zap Cannon or Pow Pow or the grenade fish bones. So I was like, I'll do both. So I had it both.
Why choose?
Why choose when you have both? I like having my cake and eat it too, if you know what I mean.
Nice.
And so I did that, and that was really fun. And I got a lot of pictures done. I've had like so much fun. I was like, oh, I want to keep doing this. And then it sprouted from there. I used to be in Warhammer, and I used to do a little bit of playing with Magic. I'm not a fan of Magic at the Gathering. I have cards. I know how to play.
Yeah.
It didn't tickle my fancy like costuming.
Yeah.
Did. My mom was a seamstress for plays that we were in, and I helped her make all the props. Like I hand painted all these feathers on these eagle wings, because we're doing Horton Hears a Who, and somehow there's an eagle in the play. I don't know how, but he was in the play. Theater, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you just make it up as you go along.
I made eagle wings out of cardboard, and I hand painted every feather on there. And then I had to, for Jungle Book, I had to make them into the vulture. So I had to paint them gray instead of brown. So I had to repaint those wings. That was really fun. I made a giant sea dragon for Pinocchio and all that good jazz. So I learned how to make props from there.
Nice.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And I just watched my mom how to make stuff. And I was also an Oompa Loompa.
Oh, God. You have pictures?
Was 18. I was probably somewhere. My mom probably has them, but I was like the tallest Oompa Loompa, and we looked like that commercial from Verizon's, like more bar and more places, because it was like tall from all the way to short. And their shortest one was a little 5-year-old, and she was the cutest little Oompa Loompa ever.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna need that in a DM. I'm gonna need Dawn Oompa Loompa
Yes.
in a DM.
I will
gotta see
try
it.
and find it. It's in a storage unit, in like one of
Heck
my
yeah.
mom's storage units.
Hopefully we get that then. So
I'll try to
Trey,
find it.
we all want to ask questions, so I'm gonna let you go next. What would you like to ask Dawn Frost?
Okay. I think I already know the answer. Besides Skeletor, what is one of your favorite cosplays that you do?
I'm pretty sure it's obvious that it is Luna.
Oh, I love your Luna.
Oh, you do a Luna? Oh, I didn't know.
Oh.
Bruh, don't act like you're so shocked. Yeah. So Luna is really fun. That was a quick throw together shower idea. You know how you get your best ideas when taking a hot, long
Yes.
shower?
They
Or
all
when you're
revolve
peeing,
around the
I call them
bathroom.
epiphanies.
Girl, I never have those. That's all you. So SakuraCon was having a parade, and I was like, I want to be at a parade. And I had Sally Whiteman, which is like that big armor build I have. But I'm like, it's going to be like 100-degree weather.
Yeah, that's hot.
And that's foam armor. I don't want to die. And it was in Seattle, and Seattle's hectic. And it's all asphalt, and all the heat bounces everywhere. I was like, oh. So I was like, what can I do? Like, and I had to leave that day. So I'm like getting ready, taking a shower. And I was like, I'll make Luna from Hell of a Boss. Like, I have everything. And Joanne's is like down the road, so I can go pick up something. So I made Luna in like less than 2 hours. So I had the fur because I used to have an Etsy shop, and I used to make magnetic ears called Frost Fox ears. And Etsy took away my account. But it's okay. It's okay. I don't care.
God.
It's like one less thing I have to worry about.
Yeah.
But I made my ears magnetic. So I had extra fur. So I had black and white fur. I didn't have time to make the ears. So I used an ears I bought off of a lady like many moons ago.
Mhm.
So I used that. But I did make the tail. And I had it safety pinned to my shorts. I had these like really weird shorts that were not really flattering on me, but it worked at the time. And I was like, okay, I have these shorts because they're the only black shorts I ever own because I absolutely hate my legs, but I learned to like them now. But like, I was like, ooh, what's not? But anyways, they were like the ones that had the ties on the side, which looked, I was like, oh, that
they're
kind of
so weird. Like, why does that exist?
It's to show my skin, girly girl.
Dawn gets it.
Yeah. And I already had these like leggings. They're like pantyhose leggings. Like they're like pantyhose that are sewed onto the leggings. And I already had like black and white shoes. And so I just went to Joann's, got a gray shirt, cut it like about right here, and also put a V there. And then I took elastic, and then I just made her a little star.
The little,
yeah, pinned it, sewed it. I was like, cool, there we go. And I also crop topped it. And then I had a white wig that I used for my Sally Whiteman. I crimped it really fast and then quickly cut it, like to have like what is it?
Like more dimension and stuff.
Yeah, like layers.
Like layers.
Yeah. And I did that, and I threw on my red contacts I was also going to use for Sally. So recycling, we love her. And then I just threw it on, and my friend came picked me up, and we drove to Seattle, and I was Luna.
Is that whenever the Pup Cup first happened? Okay.
No.
I don't know how you just casually mentioned all the things you had to do to throw that together
in
really
2
fast.
hours.
You talk about it like it's, I just had to just layer this wig.
I had
to just make this tail really quick. And then like these are complicated processes. You're just glazing
and
over.
Then
That's
the fact
so
that
awesome.
you did the star, like that would have taken me
I'm not
2
doing that
days.
ever again. That was hard.
So is that the star that you still use for your Luna cosplay?
So the first one I used, it was my first time making the top. It looked really bad because I use very it's like that ribbon, like very silky ribbon thing. So it kept slipping. So I couldn't sew it in the right area. So I did later on remake the shirt. So
that's amazing.
Later on after, let's see, I think I was going to another convention like last year. So I made the shirt, the new shirt last year.
Well, so you mentioned you redid your Luna cosplay because you were going to another con. So my question is, you've obviously been to many cons. What con experience like sticks out to you? Like, is there like a specific moment that happened at a con where you had like oh my God, like this is so cool, or like I made it, or something. Do you have a moment like that?
I do have like two moments. The very first one was like going back to my Star Guardian Jinx cosplay.
Yeah.
The guy that I was with at the time, cheated on me at soccer at con, and the girl knew about
At
me
the
too. So
con?
yeah, at the con,
God.
and his friend was with me the whole time. His friend told me what happened. I was like, "You're a real homie."
Seriously.
And so I found out as I was Star Guiding Jinx, and I ran to a corner, bawling my eyes out. I was like, "Am
Yeah.
I not good enough? What did I do?" Like I
Yeah.
literally like did so much for this man,
Yeah.
and he literally treats me like dog poop on a sidewalk, and that you just stepped in and you just wipe on the ground, like that kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
That's
So
awful.
after that, this sweet, wonderful person dressed as Link came up to me with a paper heart and says, "I do not know what you're going through, but it looks like you need a heart and need some healing." And they gave me this paper heart, and I still have this paper heart to this
Aw.
day. And I was like, the cosplay community is just so fucking awesome.
That
And
is so
it warmed
sweet.
my heart. That's like
Yes.
what made me feel even more in love with the cosplay community. Like if they see you going through something, you can go. And I also too paid it forward during like 2 years ago when I went to the Renaissance Fair, when I saw a girl like having a mental breakdown, and I found her wallet was missing, and I gave her I think $20 to help her get by. It's like, this is all I have at the moment, so like I'm just paying for it because like a long time ago someone helped me out. I just want to help you out as well.
Yeah.
And so
That's amazing.
yeah, so that was my heartwarming moment, and I loved it very, very much.
That's
And
a
the
good
other
one. I'm
one
gonna
was
cry.
when I was Sally Whitemane, and
Mhm.
I won Best in Show for my costume. And my friend Avery, who was there, she goes, "Oh my God, you won Best in Show like a dog." I was like, ha, woof.
That's
So,
awesome.
and then she won. And then we both, like, she didn't win Best in, she won, she got judge's pick, which was amazing.
Yes.
And
That's
it was her
awesome.
first contest that she ever entered. It was her first cosplay she ever made. And there's a picture on WasabiCon of me and her hugging on stage. And sometimes you use that
Yes.
photo. And I'm just like, this would be such a heartwarming moment when you
That
see like
is.
cosplayers just getting together, like friends
Yes.
or
Yes, well,
like people
whenever
who are not friends. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
When you see other people succeed, like somebody else succeeding doesn't take away from anything that you've done, So
Yeah.
it's like, especially when like you were friends with her and like y'all know like the processes that each other goes through, and then like seeing, them get the payout at the end of getting judge's choice or best in show, like, and it's rewarding, to
Oh,
whenever
yes.
you've like invested time into other people's lives and you get to share that excitement with them.
Speaking of cons, what cons are you looking forward to most this year, to go for the first time or to go back to?
Okay, so I'm really looking forward to going to Level Up next month.
Yes.
I'm
Nice.
so excited. I've never been. It's kind of like a girls' trip too, because I'm gonna be down there for like about a week.
That's
Aw.
awesome.
I'm gonna meet the entire cast of Has-Been Hotel, and I know.
So excited.
I think
And
Gigi's told me about that show. I think she likes it.
yeah, and Hell of a Boss is gonna be there too. Like they were just saying that some of the Has-Been people are gonna be there. And
That's awesome.
so my goal, this is my goal. Sorry, I'm getting
Let's
really
go.
animated. I'm getting
Speak
really
it into the
animated.
universe.
for it.
Speak it into the universe,
Yeah.
Dawn.
We're manifesting it.
I'm gonna see if I can bring Brandon Rogers a Pup Cup. Ask him like, "Hey, can you?" And I'm gonna be Luna, obviously. And I'm gonna be like, "Hey, can you pretend you're giving your goodest a girl a Pup Cup and like, please, like, I'm not as a Pup Cup girl. I don't know if you saw my cringy videos, but please, like, I have some money. If that's what you want, sir, I'll give it to you."
I will pay for this moment.
Shut up and take my money.
The Pup Cup was free, but I'll pay for this too.
Yes,
That's
no,
good.
that's gonna happen.
Let's
We're
hope. Yeah, it's
manifesting
gonna
it
happen
right now.
We're putting it in the
I wanted
universe.
to give one to Erica last year at SoccerCon, but
Mhm.
she had an incident came up, so I didn't get to give her one on Saturday. But I did get to see her as Bunny Girl Luna on Sunday.
Yes.
So, and she really loved my moving tail. So I was like, "Yay!
No, your
Senpai
tail.
noticed me."
It's amazing. Okay, so what is a dream cosplay of yours that you like, if money wasn't a like you didn't have to worry about money, you could just do anything. What is your dream cosplay?
So I don't know if you guys have seen this one girl who has a full body Utah like velociraptor suit. That's like, her name is Saphira. She's actually local here in Washington State with me.
Oh.
And we're buddies on social media.
Yo.
And she told me where she got her costume. And if I have the money, I'm buying one. And since she made Saphira a girl, I was like, okay, if I got one and I made him a boy, do you want to be like dinosaur boyfriend girlfriend? She said yes. So and also too, like, I really want to see Saphira one day. And like, if I ever find out like where Saphira is, I'm going to like just lose my absolute goddamn mind.
You're going to be there. We're going to pop up.
I know. I was like,
okay, so we're manifesting that too. You're going to get
putting it on the manifest
your
list.
Velociraptor girlfirlend.
Yes.
Oh,
exactly.
Yes.
And she and when I she did a face reveal too. I was like, oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous. I'm not getting nervous around her.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who's like following so many amazing creators and people and just wanting to let them know how awesome and inspiring they are. Glad I'm not the only one who fangirls.
Me, literally the entire time I was in Seattle, I was just like,
oh
be cool,
man,
be cool.
That was the first time.
Did you tell him? Oh, sorry. Did you tell him when we first landed in Forks area, like when we went to La Push?
Oh,
La Push, baby, when the ocean almost like killed all of us.
No, when you got out of the car,
story.
you were crying.
And I cried.
She was crying. I was like, oh my god, are you okay?
And then you and Jay were like, oh, we were all in our feels.
Yeah, she was like, I've been dying for this moment for so long. I was like,
I was living vicariously through y'all's photos so hard. It was so cool to see my friends just having like a blast together. Because I told her I love that state. When we went for ECC last year, we got to try to go to Mount Rainier, but just driving around that state is so scenic and so different from Texas. Like Texas is big and flat and beautiful in its own right, but I'm a mountain whore, so I really love the woods, the mountains, like the Pacific Northwest vibe is 100% mine. So I was so excited for her to go and see that because I knew she would appreciate the scenery and of course the people. Shout out to you two for like meeting them there and having such an amazing
and
time
showing us around.
Scary dog privilege.
Yeah, straight up. That like broke the internet and made people mad. God.
Well, it's because I don't think a lot of Texans actually came to Washington State. Our pew pew laws are different from your guys' pew pew laws, and so
a little bit.
A lot.
Wait,
and so
we don't even have pew pew laws. It's just like do what you want.
They over here they're like, you got a permit for that? What you doing with that, buddy? Is that a gun in your pocket or you just have
We
to
actually
see it?
hand you them when you enter the state. We give you a gun when you come in just to be sure that
They
you
didn't
have
give me one. They knew I was a tourist. It's like, you smell like a Washingtonian. We don't give you one.
Smell like the Pacific. Let me smell your breath.
Dude.
Smell like
They probably
Starbucks.
like, looks like she owns some back home. She's fine.
No, straight up.
Pass the vibe check. Pass the sniff check.
I think you guys passed the vibe check. I would have totally gave y'all guns if I knew that's what you wanted.
Yeah, we just like we're living over here. Like we do love Washington State, but we do want to move somewhere else. Like we were born and raised here. It's just really expensive. We got lucky and bought this house. But everything is still very expensive, and we're thought about moving to Texas.
Just saying, San Antonio.
It is a very, very beautiful state. It is big. We got plenty of room, so and plenty of pew pews if that's what you're into. We got all the pew pews. So yes, we want to vote for Texas right now. I think I'm going to put mine in. Gigi Trey, I want to put your votes in for Texas.
100%.
We'll steal you. Next up is Jane.
States. Like when we went over there in July, was it July? No, it was August. Oh my gosh, it was August.
Y'all came in
the hottest month of the year.
Yeah.
And I walked outside. It's like, it's not bad. I like it.
It's not bad.
89% of the time.
Yeah, that's our weather all the time. It's pretty much that.
But
like 70% of the year.
I'm a cold-blooded human being.
Yeah, you like
I
need
might
the warmth.
be part lizard.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like my mom not telling me something. That DNA
Prime
test.
sunbathing.
Yeah, you can sunbathe all day long.
Oh, I don't like tanning.
Oh, you don't need to tan. You just warm up.
I can look at the sun. I get sunburned. That's how bad it is.
I think about I'm getting sunburned from this little ring light right now.
No, I'm definitely a cold person. I'm the opposite. I want to move where you are. We'll just trade places. You know what? You move into my house.
What
I'll
was
move
it?
into
Let's
yours.
trade
We'll house
houses.
swap. Yeah, we'll house swap. I'll move out there. You move over here. We'll totally make it work.
All right, final question from me. What
Ooh.
cosplays are you working on right now?
Top
I don't
secret.
have any at the moment. I kind of like busted them all out. So nothing else has tickled my fancy at the moment. There are some that I've like have on the list, but I haven't done them quite yet. One of them is Black Cat.
Yes!
Just because in the new Spider-Man video game, Black Cat is also voiced by Erica, who also voices Luna.
Yeah.
Gotta do a mashup.
So
Sensing a theme. Sensing a
that's
theme.
what I was saying. Like I've had some of my fans like, hey, you know, it's the same creator, and I was like, ooh, mashup.
Yes. That would be great.
That
That's
would be
a
a
good one.
sick mashup.
Okay,
How
there's
dare
a
they.
question. You do so many voices. What would you say is your favorite impression you like to do? Or the one that gets you like the craziest holy shit reaction?
Oh
Either or.
gosh, I do
Both
so
questions.
many.
What's
I
your
guess.
fave?
Well, the very first video that went viral on my TikTok, it was that was the second video I ever posted on my TikTok, which was my Pikachu impression. Like that whole trend was like one day of watching this,
Yes.
2 weeks, and then 1 month, and then blah blah blah. And I did it with Pikachu. I was like, one day after watching Pokemon, and then I'm like 1 month after watching Pokemon, and then I was like 3 months after watching Pokemon, and then I went Pika Pikachu, Pika Pikachu, Pika Pikachu.
See, that is insane.
That's so impressive.
That's so spot on. And before we started the show, she was doing like the AT&T voice of like the dial, the wrong number voice. Like you have so many impressions. Do you practice them, or is it just like a natural talent?
So I was homeschooled my whole life.
I couldn't tell. That's totally not. That's not a homeschool thing.
That's
not
not. That was like Jay too, and he was like, "That tracks," and you're like, "What does that mean?"
It means you have the incredible ability to entertain yourself anytime you need to.
Here's the thing. You all remember that show called Eliza Thornberry?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
Here we go.
She was homeschooled too.
Yes.
So,
No.
and she was lonely AF, and like she wanted friends, and so she basically went and saw this like guy who
That
did
shaman
magic.
guy.
Yeah, shaman guy, and he's like, all right, cool. Now you talk to animals, and I was like, I want friends. I live on a farm. I want to talk to animals. So I thought if I taught myself animal sounds, I could talk to the animals, and I'll be Eliza Thornberry. Plot twist: the animals look at me like I'm fucking stupid.
They're like, "What did you just call me?"
You're not even
animals
speaking
square
the
up,
right
like,
dialect.
Some animals squirt like, what you say?
Got a weird
What you
accent.
say?
I loved Eliza Thornberry when I was little. Like
Me
still
too.
to this day.
That's-
I convinced myself when I was a kid that I was going to be the live action Eliza Thornberry when they turned it into a live action movie. They never ever had plans of turning it into a live
But in
action.
your
Yeah.
mind,
No. Look,
Yet.
after all the live action remakes,
Why
count
haven't
our
we gotten
blessings.
that?
why not?
They're gonna
Why
ruin
not?
it. No,
Yeah, you're
stop.
right.
They ruin
You're right.
everything.
You're right.
I'm gonna have to agree with that. Gigi, I think it's time for the big question.
With
or
the
if you want.
question. The question.
All right, now the whole show has been fun. We've really enjoyed talking to you, but we're gonna get real serious.
Okay.
This is how we judge people as a human being. Gigi's about to ask you the hard-hitting question.
Yeah.
Go
I
for
am.
it.
Okay, Dawn. If you were a Girl Scout cookie, what cookie would you be?
I always mess up the name, so I'm not gonna say the name just in case I get made fun of on the internet. But it's the coconut ones.
The Samoas?
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say.
Yes.
I knew you were gonna say that. I've asked enough people this that I can like kind of guess what they're gonna say, and it's like truly like a
Those
zodiac
cookies do
sign.
something to me. I'm a
Mhm.
feral person when you give me those cookies.
Well,
don't you know?
No, seriously, every single person that's like says that they're a Samoa cookie has like the like really like outgoing personalities that are like fun, just fun to be around, big personalities. And I was like, if she doesn't say Samoas, then this is completely wrong. Like my whole theory.
It debunks my
is
whole
wrong.
theory.
And then you said it. And I was like, yes.
Yeah, no, fellow Samoa here, Dawn. We're in good company.
Mm-hmm.
We are a couple of Samoas. We're loud. We're fun to be around, and
Delicious.
Yeah, we're
quite
delicious.
frankly.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I love being called delicious.
Like being friends with you just has so many layers, and it's like they all work perfectly together.
It really
I
does.
love
It
it.
really does.
Till you hit the center, like
Why is it spicy?
Yes. Like, what is this big hole in the middle?
So, Dawn, where can we find you on the internet? Where's the best place for the internet to find you and all your videos and content?
You can find me on my Instagram, which would be Dawn Frost Cosplays. And you can also find me on TikTok, which will also be Dawn Frost Cosplay.
Nice. Thank you, everybody, for watching the show. We will see you guys next time. Dawn Frost Cosplay, everyone. Woo!
Sorry, I had to hit you with that.